Sickest girl in the whole wide world, it's Shinonome.
Sick girl, have you anything to say to me? Are you dealing with amnesia?
It wasn't a dream. She's been modifying.
Listen, this is
No,
a really...
there's nothing for Sick Girl to say. In fact, this episode, much like the previous ones, are going to be largely a retread of stuff we already know. In fact, the last time that we saw her, she was still accusing Sekigahara of being prisoner 426, and boy, just think about how much more information we've gotten about that guy since that point.
Sick girl, are you stuck in a time loop you can't understand?
I mean, we are certainly, the way these episodes have been going.
Yeah, these days. Topical.
These days, it's just been, so what do we know about this character? She's sick?
She's always sick. I don't get it. She's got amnesia.
Hey, everybody ever noticed that the Ryoko Shinonome always sick? What's up with that? He has all like these bandages on. She's real sick all the time. And then in the nurse's office, am I right?
This isn't right.
Yeah, listen, this is part of the ongoing disaster that is this series. No one's watching this. I feel bad for you if you are watching. I feel bad.
I'm sorry that we have to go just immediately do the what's the deal with airline food thing, but we don't have anything else. It's like what the beginning of this whole recording session was talking more about Star Wars facts and Kirby's feet. It's like we can go jump right back more into the, I don't know, Shinomone's skeleton. We're going to be watching a skeleton for 38 minutes, but that's it.
There's basically, we start out, this is the problem with this series, is that we don't have anything to talk about, so we have to come up with a bit, like a lie, essentially, to you, the audience.
And a Sekigahara.
Wenry Hinkler's favorite character. Or favorite character.
Yes, the Ouroboros, so we can... I mean, I feel like even referring to how we're referring to this is old hat at this point.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's kind of like a reference to
well,
the
so
thing
he's talking about A being prisoner 426, but here we are.
Well, the thing where we're referencing the references, that's like a reference to that thing that we can't reference because of other references in this reference.
They don't make references to things that they referenced in stuff.
I mean, sometimes they do. What about the pre-tape Colin show?
I'll take it from here.
Or the
hey, look, you're reusing this whole scene again. Remember with Yuki?
Oh, yeah.
By the way, you were asking about, I remember in, what was it, Juro's storyline, that one person that was like interrogating him.
Uh-huh.
That's Onishi. Apparently he exists in both the 2100s and also the 1980s.
And he's just a separate
the
person.
two cities, but you know what I mean.
So is he a separate person, or is he like an older version of a character, like every other non-canon character?
Okay, I can tell you that he's not, but I know you won't believe me, so I'm curious. Which character do you think he is?
At this point in the story, I mean, it's definitely not Nenji, so it would have to be Juro, Karabe.
What if Nenji turned over a new leaf and decided to become part of the police instead of being a delinquent?
Are you telling me that Wajima is also a different character? Like he's a future version of...
He is clearly not as old as Wajima.
Well, that contradicts another
so
line.
It's like it could be
where they were in the same
okay,
school.
Here's the thing. We've already seen that the characters can be... don't have to only have one character. The Chihiro Morimura has the tiny one, Chibihiro Morimura, and also the adult one, who's dead.
Did you call the young one Chibihiro? That's pretty cute.
Yes, I did.
I like that. But yeah,
this is... Look, word association, word play, and song parodies are all we have left.
Yeah, and that reminds me. Dun da 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 dun da 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 dun da 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 the streets of the city dun da 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 the streets of the city.
This is just word association, song parodies combined into one. Oh, and referencing old things, which I guess that is technically also if we don't count.
It's the most famous song parody of the song Windy by the Association. I don't know if
I can't believe that the one that you made up right now is the most famous.
I think it is. I mean, was maybe Cherish?
Well, can you name a better one?
Cherish is the word that I use to describe the most famous song by the Association, probably actually is Cherish.
I gotta say, Yes.
Probably.
Anyway, look at Ida. Ida is supposed to be an older version of Shu, and he doesn't look anything like him.
I feel like Wendy is like a better
I
melody.
mean, he doesn't even have long hair anymore. No, I admitted he had long hair. All right, well there
you
we go,
also
everybody.
admitted that...
Hijiyama and Shu are the same character.
Wait, really?
It took 20 episodes, but I accidentally faltered in
Because of the long
my
hair.
conviction,
Did
and we found it out.
You found... I suspected it all along that Hijiyama...
I know you did,
just Shu
and
with
I
long
suppose
hair.
this is where you're going to do your whole victory speech and whatnot.
Yeah, but I know you're lying about this one to cover up a bigger lie, which is that Wajima is Okada. And the thing is, you've contradicted yourself a couple of times. A couple of times you've said things that contradict one another. You've said that, oh, well, they're the same age. They go to the same school. Or you've said...
And also, they beat each other up. Why would they beat each other up if they're the same person?
Because it shows how how much of an asshole they both are. I mean... That's a classic trope where you meet yourself.
Really that much
and
of
then
an
you fight them.
asshole?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, I know.
Is he?
We've established that, actually. We have established that he's a huge asshole.
Aside from beating up Wajima, I don't really, as himself, of course, I don't really think that,
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's just like tortured. He's always beating himself up.
And Shu Amiguchi.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, it's,
When I look at him.
no, that's not a reasonable explanation for anything. What am I saying?
It's only not it's reasonable if Wajima is in fact Menji Okada, then it's a great wordplay or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Salient.
You're right. Much in the same
It's
way
a
that having
salient
5 identical
observation.
cities solves all of the problems of the plot, that this sort of association solves so many questions.
Did it actually solve all the problems? Because it seems like, New York still has a ton of problems. They've got a new mayor. They've got a vaccine mandate. They've got all sorts of issues. Like, it didn't solve anything. It didn't solve anything for this game either.
I mean, like I said before, it technically has given answers to the questions that we have.
Yeah. I mean, New York does technically function as a city. It's like, it doesn't mean they don't have problems. It just means they are... They solved the problem of having 5 identical cities.
We just talked in the last episode about how the events of this story do in fact fit together
Oh, right.
in a way. It's just not, in a satisfying way.
Uh-huh.
You knew? Yeah, because you flipping told me.
Oh man, the amnesia. But it's like we did just see I can't Kisaragi.
The problem with this game, too
We
many
just see her
kids...
storyline, so we know. So it's like, we got the entire story about this whole interaction right now.
To me, kids are starving. But yeah, no, I mean, I think this game doesn't explain a lot. It's explaining everything,
I mean,
but I don't care. I guess.
That's factually untrue, but also I understand where you're coming from.
Well, what I mean is, okay, they've got like 10 different frameworks that can technically explain it. It's technically correct. They can technically explain why anything... I mean, they've got nanomachines. Nanomachines can do anything. Amnesia can do anything. Hey, we all woke up in a room with amnesia. What happened? Anything could have happened. We could have been anyone in our past lives. We could have had all sorts of motives. And now that we're awake...
And then here, of course, once again, the game lying to you and having Sekigahara just be like, "What? You think I'm 426?
It could all
Who
be a
told
lie.
you that?"
The nanomachines could be lying about who the people are. Maybe they all have different identities because the nanomachines created a
Like, what is this?
Sekigahara
Who says this?
with Jiro Karaba's
Who
memories.
says this when they're trying to prove that they're not to not get shot?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why be coy about that when you've got a gun pointed at you? I mean, she's sick, but she's not that sick. She can pull that trigger.
Isn't she though?
She is very sick. She's the sickest girl in the whole wide world.
She's the sickest girl in the whole wide world.
Are we,
Skeletons being eaten by Kirby.
by the way, are we referencing anything with that sickest girl in the whole wide world? Is that a reference to any song?
You just did you said that to me before the episode, and then after I said that, you did a song parody, so I assumed that it was some sort of song parody.
No, that was not that was not a reference to
What?
anything.
But you You said, but I thought it was doing a parody of something because you said it. And I was stealing something from you, like I did with Timmy. Kids are starving.
Famous glasses girl. To me, kids are starving.
Wait, did you set up a trap for me to try and steal a reference from you?
No, I just accidentally rhymed because all we do is say words and associate words.
Right. Word association,
windy, cherish,
puns,
etc. We've already
and
association.
song parodies.
Yes.
Hey, this explains how Kisaragi got here. Yeah, which I guess, I forgot. I thought that she went here by herself, but no, okay, she was sucked in here by this. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. And
I guess I thought originally that she was done, that happened through Fuyasaka activating the gate
what happened
to try and chase after A, but...
What about the other girl? Where's like Miwako?
She's there.
She's there. She was dead. Okay.
She was definitely there. She was there and she's dead. Yes, she's definitely dead.
Okay.
Everybody's dead except for Sick Girl and Prisoner 426.
He's not 426. He's just A.
Why would he? This is not. You always see that sometimes in plots where it's just like the characters just talk to each other for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I think the plot for that is like an idiot plot or a sitcom, like a bad sitcom thing. A misunderstanding, a humorous misunderstanding. It's out. If it can be an Abbott and Costello.
This is not humorous, considering that we already know everything.
It's humorous because they're lying to us and we know it.
In a cosmic way.
Yeah. I mean, like, we lie to you, the audience. I'm sorry, and it's weird to even acknowledge the audience because it's like it's one person. It's at this point, it's us in the future, and like we're probably the primary viewers of our own content, even accounting for the fact that there are, potentially millions.
Absolutely.
Of people. Like, we are the ones who watch these videos the most. We go back and we watch them, and we put them on in the background to hear our own voices.
I just pour myself a stiff drink, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that thing I said was hilarious.
I'm stone cold sober.
We never lived too far apart. Ever since we were kids, wherever he went, I followed. My big sister, Ryoko. Don't you remember?
Akon? Please take them.
So anyway, I guess A is supposed to be like the younger brother to Ryoko. I think we've heard about this before, but I don't remember.
And who is Ryoko again?
Shinonome.
Okay.
That is her full name.
Oh, that's her first name. Okay, yeah. So.
Which I think in one of the previous episodes we actually had to look up.
Okay, Ryoko, in quotes, sick girl, Shinonome. Or Shinonome.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
It's like Dr. Inferno Firebird, except Sick Girl is not nearly as cool as being referred to as Inferno.
It's your sobriquet.
Like, come on. If you're going to choose your name, and Shinonome definitely did not.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you just, in the internal game files.
Right now, the primary conflict in this arc is Shinonome versus Self because of her amnesia.
Yeah, she's going to go Super Saiyan 2.
Mm-hmm.
And,
she went in the hyperbolic time chamber, which was just New Jersey. Jersey Turnpike. That's too deep of a reference. I don't even know if we actually talked about that in any one of the episodes. I don't know. And that's the thing is we have all this off-camera stuff. Like, we start with bits.
Yeah, like the Kirby feat. I said Kirby feat, and I didn't elaborate on that at all.
You Google searched Kirby feat. We were talking about. Oh God, are we gonna explain this whole sequence? Like,
fuck it, let's do it. We got 24 minutes left.
Okay.
Okay. So after you didn't believe me about mouthful mode in the latest Kirby game, Kirby and the Lost Frontier,
mm-hmm.
I believe it's called.
I think so. It's not Nightmare.
So I showed you pictures of that, and you thought that wasn't real, and I'm like, no, something that's not real is Kirby's feet. So I showed you pictures of that.
Well, you also said, well, I wouldn't just like Google
because that was a meme a few years back.
Yeah,
and I I have the humor of a child, so I found that very funny.
Uh-huh. And some of the Kirby feet pictures, as you might have guessed, were not official Nintendo art. Or
None of them were official Nintendo. None of those were official Nintendo art. If you thought that was in fact the case.
Oh, so they didn't actually release a game where Kirby has feet. Oh, okay. So that was just a meme.
No, thank God.
Okay, yeah, no, good, because those were pretty disgusting, actually.
No, but mouthful mode is in fact very real.
Yeah, and that is quite disturbing.
Well, I mean, you got to keep pushing the boundaries with video games because otherwise it just turns into 13 Sentinels.
Yeah, and I mean you got to keep pushing the boundaries with the mouthful mode, right?
Yeah, that's the boundaries being pushed. The boundaries of Kirby's mouth.
Yeah, but like when he ate the bones, like he turned into marrow. He gained the
yeah. When
Gained the power,
Shinonome
yeah.
turned into a skeleton, and Shinonome's skeleton popped out, and then Kirby ate the
How much of this is happening off screen? How much of this was stuff that we didn't record? I can't tell.
I don't believe we recorded anything about Kirby, but we just basically went through all of the things that we talked about with Kirby.
God, this series has such a rich lore. It's
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward on the official Dr. Inferno Firebird wiki trying to unravel all of the references in this very series.
yeah, like I feel like we've created.
At this point in time, they referenced Ate the Bones for the 8th time in the series.
Yeah, there's going to be a I ate
This is
the
a
bones.
reference to an obscure commercial by KFC.
Yeah, this is actually, I've been watching the On Cinema universe, so, I mean, that's probably what's happening there. It's just like, we've been doing this for years, so. I mean, at this point,
I have, in fact, been doing this for years.
yes. And just,
And certainly referencing weird, nonsensical things for even longer.
at this point, we are the cinematic universe that other people write about.
Yeah, except the cinematic universe is just commercials for old fast food restaurants.
Yeah. Well, those are guideposts.
Other characters have rich lore where they overcome obstacles and save entire planets, universe. In fact, we just reference Space Coke.
Yeah, where I like steadily overcome you and become my own YouTuber and get my own channel, and then it crashes.
Hey, during that solo episode, somebody was asking when you were going to do your own episode of it. Do you want to do it for this one? Interested in taking over this episode?
I mean, we might want to do that just because, like.
Oh, hey, look, it's the end of this bit. You remember at the end of Shu's storyline where they teleported out of the gate?
I mean, you said. Oh yeah, yes, right. Of course.
This entire plot line has taken place over how many different characters so far?
Well, you said that this episode would be my solo episode, but then what you did is you immediately undermined it by just like saying, well, you put me on the spot. You said I have to do it.
Hey, I mean, it's only been 18 minutes. We can always restart this one.
Well, I mean,
and by we, I mean you.
No, let's not. Like, no, but
Are you sure? Because I don't know, man. I think that we did talk a lot about Kirby there. We could always just, as Shinonome is saying, that we could do a do-over.
Just take a breath, okay? This is all a big misunderstanding.
Well, ever since I saw the recordings from the lab, I can't take it.
What are you talking about? We were talking about this episode. That doesn't. You're confused. I mean, are you talking about like the Google Drive where I upload the episode audio?
I've made my decision. I know what I have to do. As I hover over the pause button to restart the episode.
Bananas. Again.
Oh, we didn't talk about that in the previous one.
No.
It was one that was left on the cutting room floor. Yeah. Look for my page on the cutting room floor wiki.
Yeah, well, it was the result of one of our previous cutting contests.
Okay, so there's how. Okay. We already got this confirmed, I think, by Kisaragi, but yes, Shinonome did in fact kill Tetsuya Ida before he was killed a second time. There we go. Okay, there's the reveal. I swear somebody mentioned that before already.
What's the reveal?
Right there in that scene, Shinonome shot and killed Tetsuya Ida.
Oh, right, yeah.
But then he came back as a robot, and then he was shot and killed again by A.
And she doesn't remember it because of her sick.
Much like the Fuyasaka storyline, these are all just kind of like a disconnected set of happenings that feed into the greater narrative that has happened.
As we've said
Wherein
before,
we find out that Wajimo is actually the bad guy the entire time and the future version of Nenji.
no, Wajima. No.
After he was exposed to too much Kirby feet on the internet, he turned into the Wario of Nenji.
Yeah. The
And
inverse.
then, went back in time, terrorized his old self, and also set up the entire five city system in the first place.
Right. So who's Shinonome?
She's sick girl.
Oh, sick girl, of course. She's so sick. What's up with that?
There's no time.
I don't.
What's up with that? I mean, you always think about how sick Shinonome is.
I don't like how when they make fun of how Shinonome is sick.
Sing Mr. Edith
That's my
first.
Jim Gaff again.
Okay. Log 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Anyway,
And the next one.
I hope you're ready for
Audience.
more piecing together of some parts of the
Log-
lore that we've already seen.
Log 3214. That's a numogram for 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Gone.
I.
What does this mean?
It means that if you rearrange the numbers, you'll get.
No,
1,
no,
2,
I
3,
mean,
4.
what does it mean in the story?
Well, I mean, we've been told that this took place over 1,800 years. 1,800 years ago would be, well, from 2188, where we are. That would be 388.
There's nobody said anything about this taking place over 1,800 years. What are you
which
talking
is
about?
1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 3. Oh, it all makes sense now.
Oh man, she's killing all these Shinomones.
Yeah, they're all so sick. Oh no, they just got shot. Yeah, but it's making them sick when they get shot.
Good thing I had my gun.
Good thing
Well, yeah, I mean I would. That's the sort of position that you would be in if you were very sick.
Golly,
It's
good
true.
thing I had my gun.
Well, it's one of the few unique sprites they gave of her.
Yeah, she holds it up like a yakisoba fan sandwich.
Surveillance.
He eats it.
Maybe there's something on there.
Ooh, the surveillance camera.
I could eat 3 more of these before I have to go talk to Okino again. We haven't even got that. That's the next episode we're gonna be doing. Which of course we're gonna be doing immediately after this. Like, oh man, why would we stop with this one?
By the way, Tsukasa Okino is also a different character from a different timeline or something. And,
Okay, I thought you were gonna say.
I mean, clearly, I would guess it's actually
I really
Onishi?
thought that you were gonna say Tsukasa, more like.
Well, Mikasa is. Nope. The
And there we
previous. Yeah. Okay. But I mean,
I did the audience already figured this out. The one person that's currently watching this. Hey, we're back in this part again.
what that Onishi is future Okino?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm just guessing. Like, I feel like Okino has to have a future
Of all of
character.
the characters,
Well, it would be the biggest like twist.
he just decides to become a random detective guy.
Why
Not
not?
like, I don't know, Goto, who's actually like the detective-y type of character that we've seen so far.
Not to use witch like trial logic on this, but you are denying it, which means that's probably true. Like you're denying it instead of ignoring
We
it.
have
which
to do
means
the Wajima thing again.
Wajima is definitely Ninja Yogana. That's been established by how much you denied it. And I'm starting to think Onishi is Okino because you denied it.
God, I missed the parts where we just had Ida talking to Prisoner 426.
Because you lie like this game lies, like I lie. We all lie for ice cream and crepes.
And I'm not going to take this lying down. This is the word association thing.
Uh-huh.
Doing it again.
I cherish this word association. It's too windy.
Do you?
No, I don't. I just was doing the word association. I can only associate with words that you associate.
Well, I mean, okay, this isn't Prisoner 426. This is Kisaragi, but
Okay. Well,
it's just this is just picking up from the part where we ended the previous storyline. I hope you've been paying attention to every
so
one of these
previous
things.
wasn't previous.
Not that it really matters.
Previous Tomi Kisaragi wasn't that like the idol.
Well, this is
Inaba?
before she became the idol.
Oh, God, that is so confusing.
This is
Like, so I
this
got
is
that right, but
after
it's still more
we had
complicated.
the prisoner 426 take over her body. But before, and yeah, remember, it's just like she's in a Sentinel now, and we never saw exactly how that happened. But why not in Shinomone's storyline? You know, this is the point in time that we're gonna get some minor revelations about Inaba.
It's not Shinonome, it's Shinonome, Ryoko, or Ryoko.
Ryoko.
I don't care who has to die for it.
Oh.
This means anything if you're not here.
Uh-huh. So anyway, that's
Yeah,
that's
we saw
prisoner.
this.
That's prisoner 426, and we have to torture prisoner 426, and that's also sick girl.
That was the inflict pain button part.
Yes, or that's not sick girl. That's to me, kids are starving.
No, he switched bodies with her in that scene, and now this is picking up right after that. Again, in Shinonome's storyline, because why not?
This whole game is an invasion of the body switchers, ladies and gentlemen.
No, just Prisoner 426.
Oh, okay. Well, forget I said that.
And with people that are robots, which there's not. There were only two people that were robots at this point in time, Tamao and Toby. Tell me the kids are starving.
To me, the kids are starving. Or kids are starving.
Wow, that would have made a lot more sense.
Yeah.
All right, now I can resume the story after finishing the second area.
Second guy area.
The second guy area.
A second
Area.
Well, a second.
And
gay
this is the word association word puns thing coming in again,
It's
everybody.
not the second area. It's a second area, etc. All right.
Second guy area.
I refuse to finish these.
We're gonna put this up on YouTube.
People are gonna watch this. A lot of people. Might
Nobody's
watch.
gonna watch this.
I-
Factually incorrect.
I think I feel like it would be an ancient curse if we wish to become famous, and then this was like the video that we became famous for. Like it was just like.
Let's be honest. If I actually wish to become famous in a more of a metaphorical sense, I would certainly not be doing this.
That is entirely true and fair.
Like I think that everybody at this point in time knows that I'm not doing things for that I'm not doing like this series for the fame and fortune.
Well, it's either fortune or fame, and neither of them is to be what it is to claim.
Now, one might ask, what are you doing this for? A just disgusting sense of duty, I guess.
I've said like a misplaced sense.
Frankly, one that is self-destructive in every single way.
A misplaced, maladaptive sense of authenticity.
And yet, here we are. We're doing it anyway.
Yep, we're here.
So
one must imagine.
so it's just like, well, are you proud of what you've done? No.
Well, one must imagine Sisyphus happy, and we actually know that from Hades. Canonically, Sisyphus is happy. So that's.
I don't think he's very happy with the
He's pretty
pushing the boulder uphill.
I
He
mean,
did befriend the boulder, though.
he's become.
Have we befriended 13 Sentinels?
I don't think this game is a friend. It lies like a friend, and I respect that, but I don't know. It doesn't have enough to hold me. I'm sorry.
Do we respect 13 Sentinels?
I respect that somebody genuinely thought they were making a really good game.
Here's the thing. You don't have to like the hustle,
Yeah.
but you do got to respect the
I
hustle.
do respect
we
that.
respect 13 Sentinels?
And you know what? I don't hate the player. I hate this game, but that's a separate issue.
But the game is the player in this case.
No, we're the players, and I don't hate us.
I'm the player. You didn't play this game.
I mean, I'm the player.
I guess you more or less played this game by watching this, right?
Well, this game is but a stage, and we are merely players, and including me. I'm also a player.
Okay, so now we've gone from from being friends with the game to respecting the game to now being pawns of the game.
Well, the game is the game. It just got more fierce.
we have moved these goalposts like into the next county.
We've moved the goalposts outside of the arena. They're in the
And then bye goalposts.
This is a
Come back for the next series. To come back for the next visual novel we do.
this is a football game being held at Candlestick Park, and the goalposts have been moved to the bay beyond.
Well, I hope they get back before we have to do Danganronpa.
That infected the Sentinels in 2018.
I mean, we're gonna have to. It's not even like I'm not even saying you have to do it. I'm just saying it's going to happen. It's like inexorable fate.
Well, you know that the two things are exactly the same.
I mean, because we can't fucking stop. We don't have the self-control to say, "Oh no, this series is a disaster."
No, is it self-control?
No, because it's almost like too much self-control. Like we have to do this. We've
You know, the whole despair arc of this would have fit a lot more in Danganronpa.
Oh, despair. Yeah, that's a reference to Danganronpa. Oh wait, no, you already.
No, it's not a reference to Danganronpa. It's just a reference to the theme of Danganronpa. It's just the despairing that we're doing here.
I mean, it could be
just,
both.
I don't know.
It could be like a Mr.
This is
Show thing.
we're doing the word association.
Like this can be a tribute to Mr. Show and also not reference it, or it can be like
I think we're a little bit late for that.
like the Knights Who Say Me. People reference that and they're just doing a rote parody of it when the whole thing is that it's supposed to be like a metatextual thing where blah blah blah. It's a parody of catchphrase or something.
Anyway, Millhouse isn't a meme.
Yeah, and that was
You did it, Shinonome.
Have we referenced Milhouse is not a meme?
It was you the entire time. Okay, well, there's that question answered. I think we already knew that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we already knew that.
You killed them in your sickness.
No, this was when she wasn't sick.
Oh, okay, so this is healthy.
There was a time, as it turns out.
For you to ask for me personally, I can't.
This is like, oh, you know, I just realized, you know how like we did that Molly Malone in the deleted version of this? I just realized Molly Malone is literally about a sick girl who starts out being healthy.
An interlocutor update? Code DD426.
She died of a fever,
So anyway,
of which none could relieve her.
I would be like, hey, let's go back to that part. But if I remember correctly, I believe that was just song parodies again.
It was the Yamaguchi thing all over again. The
It was
deleted
just
Yamaguchi
everything's
thing.
the Yamaguchi thing.
It always goes back.
It's Yamaguchi's all the way down.
Yamaguchi is the main character.
And there's again references
to references to
word
references.
association.
This is just. This is like.
I guess that's well. At least we got the episode title.
No.
Why is she
References, word association, and song parodies.
against you, Mr.
I like that, yeah. Kind of like a lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, kind of thing. Wait, oh yeah, there you added oh my to the end.
Not as terrifying.
Well, lions and tigers and bears.
More just
Yeah, famously, that's the scariest part of Wizard of Oz is when there are lions, tigers, and bears. Those are the scariest things that happen.
yes, absolutely,
Put this code into the Sentinel.
definitely.
I'll do it.
You know, in Wizard of Oz, in the book, the witch's hat, I believe, was the thing that controlled the flying monkeys.
Improvement to the Sentinel.
They were not just they were subservient to her only because of that.
Only because of the hat, huh? That's interesting.
Yes, and afterwards, actually, Dorothy was able to get them to help her instead.
Oh, in the book, you mean?
Because as it turns out, there's actually quite a bit of the book that they did not include in the movie after that point.
Well, I mean, it's about the gold standard, is my understanding. Like it's Oz, it's ounces. That's the folk etymology that I've heard.
I don't believe that at all.
I mean, it was written around the time of the the panic in the banks and stuff. Right?
Yes. And L. Frank Baum was all like, "Oh, man must not be crucified on a cross of gold."
Yeah, exactly. That's a direct quote from the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, what it was called.
Or
Anyway,
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz and what Alice found there, or whatever.
Sentinel.
I think
It is right.
Anyway.
White Rabbit, Jefferson Airplane,
Know it too.
Actually, I was going to say that I think something, and then I'm just like, no, wait, no, I don't.
Jefferson Starship,
Not at this point in time.
A Serious Man by the Coen Brothers,
Remember, after you shipped
Dentistry.
you went missing. It took a long time to
Teeth,
get you back.
The Concept of
And it all
Health,
comes back to Kevin Bacon.
Everything was already
Sickness,
terminal.
Sickness or in Health,
Down with the sickness.
Marriage,
But the destruction of your memories has already begun.
Sick Girl.
And there we are.
We tried to reinforce your memories.
We're there, everybody. We did it.
We
The
brought it
greatest
back.
episode of anything I've ever put on the channel.
Let you roam free.
This is such a high quality episode. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's one of my favorite episodes, frankly. You know, we don't.
Yeah.
You're not
I
supposed
mean,
to,
it's
you're
just,
not,
if anybody wanted me to rate like anyone in the series, I think that the Ryoko Shinonome episode, part 2.
as a creator, you never want to say you have favorites. You never want to pick favorites. You never want to pick favorites. You never want to pick. But this is probably one of my favorites of the ones. No, it's crap. It's
I did put this one in my tight 5 of resumes. What is?
you've got a
know what I'm talking about.
So you've got a fast 5. Tell me one of the jokes from the beginning of your set. You got a fast 5.
So after looking at Kirby's feet too much, Nenji Ogata turned into Wajima and then became the.
You can't even finish.
You're awake.
But yeah, no, Nenji Ogata. We will find out that Nenji Ogata is Wajima. That's
So
a
anyway.
prediction. That's a lock.
That's right.
And your lies notwithstanding.
I can't remember my name.
Okay, that's more of like
This is
a
how we're ending this episode, eh?
Is that my name?
Sekigahara. Sekigahara.
Sound familiar.
I mean, why isn't this episode
Second
over? I thought it was.
area.
Is it 38 minutes?
38 minutes.
Okay.
It's a real 38 special of an episode.
Can't remember.
Oh yeah, that's right. 38 special.
That's why we're gonna hold on
wait,
loosely.
that's
This is
Apex
we're
Baby.
doing the song parodies again.
Yeah, okay.
Importantly, how are you feeling?
If you cling too tightly,
I feel
hot-blooded,
refreshed.
Think you can see.
Peacefully.
gotta.
This is exactly what happened in the Amaguchi episode, but I'm not gonna re-record this one.
Yeah, no, this is a dead letter.
The nanomachines linked to her memory have also.
Oh, anyway, she got a memory thing,
She
so
barely has any memories left.
it's well,
The memories you have
Jiro
within her.
again.
What are they?
Does Sekiro remember things suddenly? Like she gets flashbacks when she finds mementos, like in the movie Memento, about
Gained the
Memento.
knowledge needed to control the Sentinels and the gates.
No, it was just we kind of saw this a little bit in Sekigahara's storyline where
So she
he was
has
talking
memories
to
left before the incident.
No, not all.
the Okino,
Only
Okay.
back those which pertain
where he was doing that, where he was doing his own word association thing,
Oh, I have a good.
so as to like retain
Ryoko.
what was it, 30% of his memories or something like that.
Oh,
Something
okay,
like that.
okay, something with like the loops. Okay.
with the rest of her
So
memories.
I actually have.
Well,
a
anyway,
song
I
parody.
guess we're done with this.
I actually have a good song parody. I think we can end it on. Okay, so how?
Oh, okay. Well, wow, a good one. That'd be
it'll
first.
be decent. You know, maybe not. Well, let's try it. Memento.
I mean, why not?
Memento.
Guarantee you'll survive.
Can't remember how I got this way. Yeah, come on, Wisconsin.
Isn't enough. I won't
That was it. By the way, we still got like a full minute
The
left.
parody was all right. I said it was all right.
No, Akun.
It's just a little bit weird.
Sentinel.
Memento. I can't remember how I got this way.
I'm Mr. Ida.
Okay, no,
It's my Sentinel.
didn't work. Forget it. Just move on to the next episode.
I mean, no, we still got like another 30 seconds left.
I was really hoping. I was really expecting to die.
Did you
there.
really think that song parody was gonna last an entire minute?
I didn't really think it through. I didn't know what the time was. I didn't know what time it was, or I wouldn't have started that so early.
Once again, I think that the interplay between the doctor and the second guy is just top notch in the second half of Ryoko Shinonome's episode. That's what makes it one of my favorite examples of an LP entirely.
But you should never say that. You should never say that. You should never.